und Namen to see if anyone gets an alert. Is that an unusual thing? Well, not unusual. Makes sense. I've been out of the game for half a minute. It does. It does. I'll wait. I had to wear a tank top today. Shockingly, Space Eaters are doing a really good job. A little too good of a job. There's thank you, Natanya. Thank you. Hello, HG. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They tried to take that. Hello, Jay. This is why I was late. You see, I had a small crisis. Tiny, literal tiny. I ran out of my hundred. And as you all know, oh yes, Penny. Penny's back there scrounging for any scraps that might have been left from breakfast. That's what she's doing. She's looking for something that's not there. She's about to bolt towards me because Orion's about to come in here. And while she isn't afraid of him, she hates getting followed. And only cat I know that wags her tail. Like, Annie. Yeah. It's an anxiety response, but for her, did you find anything? No? Wasn't raised with dogs. I don't know why she does it, but Olo, been had a bit of a week. New York is doomed. There's that. Hi, baby boy. We found out that New York is doomed. UPS or US, yeah, UPS had this absolutely catastrophic event. And there are so many camera angles of it. And I was like, do you think anyone survived? Like, I was literally hoping. Let's see. What else has been going on this week? It's been a quiet week. In some terms. In some terms. I don't normally have it, so that way I don't flash you all. That's kind of fun. And then I was up late last night editing. I am not finished editing. They all distracted me, as well as the lights. I pulled out the astronaut. I pulled out the moon. And then I started. It was like, I was very. Just one of them weeks, kids. To be fair, New York options suck. Yeah, but I mean, at least Cuomo likes New York and likes America. Question: can Stranger Things then release? Yeah, that's a TNR after the release. You absolutely can. Oh wait, does she have a clip ear? If one of her ears has a like flat in the tip, I don't have a cat to show you, but I wonder if they will say it's not really socialism. They're already like there's a bunch of people that are from Cuba who escaped socialism that turned into communism. That escaped it. Garbled Mike. Is that Mike garbled? Or Black Cast, you just is that just you? So she has a notched ear. If she has a notched ear, she has probably already been TNR. I wouldn't be too concerned, Raven. If she already has a notched ear, then don't be too concerned about her. It means somebody did already TNR. going on. That is so weird. How about now? How about now? You guys might not be realizing that I wasn't genuinely talking. When I was showing you the plug, it's still muted. What is going on? Right. Let's see if that works. Did that work? That's stupid. It's that is so stupid. Are you guys ready for how dumb this is? In the selection, it shows in the selection it says default microphone. Shows my microphone. Communications, the microphone. Microphone. If I select default, it mutes the microphone. If I just select microphone, oh, see, I did not sound muffled to myself, but prepare your ears, children. At this point, I might have to get a new computer just for streaming. Not right now, obviously. It is stupid. I don't know what's going on with this thing. The only thing I can tell you is I will be in here. I'll be editing. And one of the assholes will run across. Somebody will jump on something. Default to microphone being mute. That's hilariously stupid. Thank you. Thank you. Don't you. No. Hi, Moon. Do not put that on me, that devil talk. Computer getting old. The worst thing is this computer is not old. It's only 2 or 3 years old. How dare you, Pluribus? Whatchamacallit it? But I think the problem is that because I haven't used it, maybe I should get a tune-up. You get a tune-up? I made sure we got a nice computer so we could do stuff with it. I just don't know what to do. That's the problem. I'm not sure how to fix. Starman kind of is. This is something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna need to update the drives. I don't think that's it because it doesn't happen on Tuesday. This has nothing to do with the drivers. I'll have Starman look at it tonight. I will tell you that I barely touched this computer from last year. Um, so that's it. That's it. And when I went back to editing, when I edited the reaction video, it took a solid day of just updating shit. The update for DaVinci was almost 3 gigs, which honestly, okay, let me just state something. Why is anyone using anything but DaVinci? When I first started doing this, right, a couple of years ago, and at the time, I remember Gothic actually laughed. At the time, nobody was using DaVinci. It was like, it was a new thing. No one had heard of it. There's two things Gothic laughed at me for because they just were up and coming and nobody knew about it. This mic and DaVinci Resolve. Okay? This mic became one of the biggest mics to get used in streaming. Okay, now Moon's saying it too. What the hell? Okay, I see what you guys are saying. Hold on. I do the communication. Oh, is there no? Oh, you son of a whore. Not until right now. It's plugged into the one that keeps breaking. Here's the other side. The Nokia of mics. Oh, you gotta be shitting bricks. Is it not show? It will not show my camera now. Why? Why is everything breaking? Oh my goodness. I've done this before and it's controversial. Let's try it. Hold on. Hold on to your butt. Aha! Now let's see how I sound. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Give me a second, kids. Now let's see how I sound. I see what you guys mean. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's give this poor thing a second to recover and see if now I'm okay. If I'm muted, if I'm not muted. Not, might make some purchases today I really don't want to make. I ain't got the fucking money. See, I've got to record videos today. Can't record videos with a mic in my camera. Being a bitch. Let me test something. I'm gonna talk really normal into the camera like I normally do, moving forward. And I'm gonna make we're all experimenting together right now, kids. Oh, that is extremely annoying. This is pissing me off. What do I do? This was not occurring on Tuesday. It has its flaws. I do not care. I don't want it to have flaws with me. Stop. I've kept it on the same setting. Here's what I will tell you. This thing has taken a couple of hits from the kids. They keep knocking down. I have a big, and I mean big, like one that if I wanted to, I could squeeze Orion into. Dog carrier up top. My noise suppression is too high for your voice. I just adjusted it a little bit. We're playing together, kids. You're all my problem-solving team. My mic settings, but the thing is, wouldn't the settings be on here, not on the computer itself? Oh, shit. Audio. How does that sound now, guys? Is this much better? Show advanced settings. Did I fix something? Because maybe this is new settings that are in Restream that I'm not aware of. Chaos, I know, right? Maybe Moon was right and they fixed my settings. See, I'm here. Like you're right, Moon. There's something going on with my settings. I'm sorry, I'm playing my own live on here, but I'm just something's not right. So I wonder if there's echo canceling. I don't think I had those on. What the hell is auto gain control, guys? I'm in Restream. I had noise suppression on. You're right, Moon. There's something going on with my settings. I'm sorry, I'm playing my own live on here, but I'm just something's not right. So I wonder if there's echo canceling. I don't think I had those on. What the hell is auto gain control, guys? Oh my god! It real. Mystery solved. Moon, you called it 100%. Oh my god. Restream changed my settings. I sound so much better now. I sound normal. Oh my god. I was about to have a meltdown. Because I'm thinking, oh shit, what do I gotta buy? What do I gotta figure out? Starman's the only one that helps me figure that out. Whoever would be able to help me figure it out is, oh my god. Stream until 7? No. But I appreciate the intent. Wow, that was 30 minutes of bullshit. Guys, that was 30 minutes of stupid ass bullshit. That's annoying. That is supremely annoying. Siren's call comes clearly now. So, to any of my budding people wanting to stream out there, if you use Restream, which in my opinion, do another... You know what? Actually, you're right. Hold on. I gotta try two things. Prepare your ears, children. I need to see something. People wanting to stream out there, if you use Restream, which in my opinion, do another... You know what? Actually, you're right. Hold on. I gotta try two things. Prepare your ears, children. I Now my settings are perfect. It's right exactly. It's exactly what I thought. Exactly what I fucking thought. Angry. Go ahead. Clip it. Be so for real, Hunty. I love you, Natanya. You know what the thing is? We all love Hunty. We all love Hunty. It's just her expectations are unrealistic. However, she is excellent to talk about Has Been Hotel with. And did Penny just walk out all big and... What? Now I sound... Right? Now it's back to being good. All right, back to what I was saying. If you're deciding you want to be a streamer or you want to be a... I know that's the worst thing. All it was clicking 2 buttons. I am not joking. When I checked, I went into the settings, I went into audio, and then the echo cancellation and the noise suppression, I always have off. They were on. And then I went into advanced settings and I turned on the high resolution audio just for sanity's sake. Okay, yeah, so wait. Yes. I know none of you. I just arrived back from Jubilee Holy Doors Rome pilgrimage. Oh my god. She got an official certificate through. Wow, that is awesome. I'm jealous. That is awesome. That is really awesome. Well, once you do it once, it usually remembers, but if not, I will, because this was 30 minutes of me being so pissed off, Pluribus. I won't forget. Because it was about to be a very expensive choice otherwise. Why would I choose to be poor? Yes, the whole thing. So, here's what I will tell you. In my opinion, Restream is the most affordable chance for you to come in and do your own shit and be very independent and build a really amazing setup over here, as you see. However, it changes up a lot of shit randomly out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And that was some bullshit. It'll just change it without you knowing, and then you've got to, oh, look at the bat hanging away. Such a 2-year-old. My ADHD has been in overdrive this week because, like, you know when you get overwhelmed? All right, so when I bought my house, something happened to me. A weight simultaneously lifted and also crashed down on me. Because all of a sudden, the thing that I had been working for years suddenly happened. I had my home. My animals were safe. I no longer had to answer to anybody. And so I sat there and I took a breath. And then I didn't know what to do with it. Because, oh, if you guys want to discuss, absolutely. Because I do think it'd be fun to talk about Has Been as a whole. We'll do a little discussion. But, Hunty, you have work, you said, till 7, so. Almost don't my degree, and it ain't looking bright when I get out, folks. It's a hard world out there, kids. Start searching now. But anyways. She still has to answer to us. That's true. I do have to answer to you, kids. Which, by the way, Linda, send me a message on Instagram later. Let's talk to you about something. But send me a message so I don't forget. I'll see a shiny object, as you see, and then I'll forget all about it. Whatchamacallit, though. So I got into this state where I was like, wow, I'm done. when you have so many people that do them way better than me, I can get into a deep dive on opinions, but I don't know about that. I don't know. I'll get back to that. The animation is beautiful. We're gonna start with the animation is gorgeous. Very few people want to watch what I like to do on stream. Thinking of putting on some fake boobs and just shooting a neck down. Yeah, that's definitely whatchamacallit. That's specialized, Pluribus. That's specialized. But whatchamacallit. So the air's getting drier, so I am needing moisturizer a lot more. I fell into this state where I was like, oh my gosh. And at the time, Zorro had just passed away only a few months prior. And so, when you have an animal that long, it's really hard to get past that. And I had such a big step in my life. And there are some people who have done it. There's only one of you and you haven't done it yet. Right. And you get kind of frozen. Like, it's really weird how you kind of freeze up because you finally achieved the thing. You got the thing. And it's not like a little thing. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. It's like, I'm here. I made it. Oh my God. And then I started doing so many other things. So I got past that. And now with this HELOC going through, and slowly, all of my bills, like I sat down, guys, my monthly bills have dropped to a point where it really is just Starman's income. As long as he does assembly coding with boobs. Right, dream come true. And, I got into the habit of just being like, okay, we're good. But what's the next step? And then you realize the next step is debt-free. The thing is, debt takes years. Years. And in theory, I am not technically debt-free. I do have a 401k loan that we took out in order to buy the house. And we took out this HELOC, which is a loan technically against the house. But one has no interest for as long as it takes to pay off that $10,000. And it comes out directly through my husband's paycheck. And then newsflash, the other one is a very low interest rate, and once again, takes out directly through my husband's. What are you doing? God knows what chaos she just went and wrought. So, I went from panicking, how the hell am I going to get rid of this car? How the hell am I going to... And now, I am in a state where a lot of big things can happen, right? Because I ran the bills last night. I have a little book. I'm not going to show you because if anyone ever breaks into my house, they're going to know exactly what book to look for that has all my personal information in it. But it's a book where I write down a lot of the big stuff. And I sat there and I went through everything. And that's when I realized how many bills we dropped. Bills worth $150. And then because we no longer have the Elantra, the car that broke down, it didn't occur to me. It did not mesh in my brain till Starman pointed it out. We could take it off the insurance. And our insurance, it may be a bad time for a HELOC, Pluribus, but it was the only option. It was the only option. Hello, Janet. This is so true. And I'm going to get to that because that's what I'm kind of going towards. Less bills is a blessing. It is. And the problem is by no means am I technically we still have no money. Put it that way. We still have no money. We have to live very frugally still, but there's no more. Oh, by the way, I can't replace it anymore because they are taking notches out of my straw now. The kittens did that while I was sleeping. So I went to go. I was like, you know what, babe? It's only $25. They no longer sell it. It is out of stock now. And Starman broke 4 of my plates this year. I went to go get more of my plates. They're gone too. Pioneer Woman Vintage Floral. Very upset. I'm still poor, just less poor. And so it was like, those are a couple things, because that was some of the stuff I was like, oh, I can finally replace all the broken things. That was my big excitement, because I am not a girly that, and I was telling you guys last stream, while I like appreciate little knickknacks if they're from the heart and stuff like that, that was why I was saying it, because I am a lover of practicality. I love practicality. You drink that, so on Kick, someone drinks this in tea every day. This is my water bottle. I drink about 2 of these a day. And what the hell happened? So one of them literally broke in my hand. I picked it up, and I had put hot food on it, and it shattered right in half. One of them he dropped on the ground. One of them he left on top of the air fryer, and Daisy climbed up there and launched it off. And you have a Pioneer Woman kitchen, so you know exactly what I mean. So it breaks my heart, because, like, all right, guys, here's what I will tell you. Here's what I'm going to show you. You can mock me all you like. I love this shit. I'm going to show you. What, Penny? Yeah? You gonna come and talk to people? Hold on, let me show you guys. And I'm getting a stuffy nose, of course. Are they heat? They are heat resistant, but I am streaming on YouTube. Acer. We'll go with Acer. Same name on YouTube. Like, look at this, guys. Look how beautiful this is. See, this is the plates that I have. Oh, replacements.com. Hold on. Let me open this in a new tab. Hold on. We love to see that. $11.99 each. Well, shit. That's going to hurt. Available 21. Well, I need 6 of them, so... Shit, that's over $100. That's not cute at all. And then if I want to get the set that I originally... The $125. I originally bought that set for $35. Oh, but I can get it on eBay. Maybe I'll do that. It's not the worst idea. It's a really good set. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I love my set. Oh, and there's a slightly different pattern that I really like as well. Maybe I can convince Starman. What do you guys think? Get the plates. I want to. I have to wait. I have to be a responsible adult. That's a key thing. I am a bitch. What? No. This stupid fucking thing. Why would I want that as the main... See what I mean about Restream being retarded? Like, God. Kitty wants to ride. I hope so. Sometimes she does. Sometimes she doesn't. Penny. Come on, baby. See? No. She's gonna be... Yeah. Man. Calm down. Yeah, there you go. When you have a cat ridden with anxiety... Alright. Fine. Bitch. Girl. We are having a struggle bus here. Do you see this face? This is the face of attitude. Alright, fine. Get behind me like you wanted. Break my back. Jump down. Fine. Fuck you too. She's gonna get right back on. That's the worst thing. She's gonna do this. She's gonna pull this stunt. And then, in about 10 minutes, maybe less, she's gonna get right back on my back. You watch. See, aren't they so pretty? I love the vintage vintage floral. And the vintage floral you could get for everything in her collection. And then randomly, in a year and a half ago, she just decided she no longer wanted to make that shit. And if you go and look at her collection now, oh my god, it is so bland. Everything is dull colors and just not fun. It's just not fun. And she has a very boopable nose. Ask him sweetly. See, the thing is, Starman does agree. It's just right now, I don't know if it is a feasible option. I've got where I can order 2, totaling $225. And I can order all the replacement dishes. I want to get replacement pots and pans because, so fun fact, all right, for anybody that uses non-stick, I pick them because they're blue. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I bought the Pioneer Woman pots and pans purely because color-wise they matched. However, I bought all of this with the straight intention that these are gonna be my stuff for forever. That's my biggest problem. They're gonna be a forever item. Tab. See, she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. I bought them with the idea that for the next 40 years, these are what I'd be using. Especially because I don't have any kids. There should not be an issue. I like the bland because I can dress it up. Pioneer Woman went millennial gray. Yes. And it makes me mad. Makes me very mad. I have a KitchenAid. My pans are so old, they are warped, and I have to roll the... See, I don't want that. My mother, who is dead, still has her pans. She had copper bottom stainless steel pans till the day she died. And we still have those damn pans. My dad, until he got sick, cooked in them every week. I have a KitchenAid mixer. If you guys remember last week, I got my dad to agree. He gave it to me. But now I gotta buy the attachments, so. It's not a I need it right now thing, so I can wait till tax return season. But it was a really big deal that Daddy finally just said, okay, you can have them. I have the teal cookware and the light teal floral cookware. Absolutely adorable with paint chips all. See, I'm very delicate with them because of this. Because the enamel gets everywhere. I want really pretty. And the one that I wanted, that I will never get. Did you guys see the pasta queens? Oh, you're not ready. It was stunning. Oh, you guys. Pasta queen. And the thing is, she only released it for a little bit of time. It was so beautiful, guys. It was so beautiful. Everything just looked gorgeous. I think this is it right here. Yeah, hold on. Let me get it up. Let me show again. They should make a KitchenAid advent calendar. Each day you get a new attachment, right? I like this idea. No, I got all the attachments that I want saved in a, look at that. Look at this, how beautiful that, like, it has these big, leaf. It has the hammered copper. It has the, and this brand makes beautiful cookware. Are you ready for the price? You're not ready. When I tell you, do you see this? $1,549. $2,499. One hammered copper stock pot. $369.95. And these are beautiful, okay? They're with hammered copper that has Donald, Minnie, and Mickey and Goofy on them cost $1,800. That's on sale. Usually it's $23.50. But these are sets that are truly designed. You don't have those plates as heat resistant. Their heat is, if you whatchamacallit, my husband is not delicate. And like I told you guys, because I've had these plates for a decade. The Pioneer Woman plates that I have, I have had them since 2016. That's when I got those plates. I bought them, 2017. I got them in 2017. All new. Time to buy some copper popper off cuts and set of copper hammer. Yes, I will tell you right now, copper hammered copper cookware is pricey. But that's because copper is naturally antimicrobial and hypoallergenic. And so it's really, really good at keeping your stuff clean. Me and my Walmart brand kitchen, girl, we in the same boat. But I want it. Like, I will tell you right now, this is how logical. I am so grateful my mother was not alive when that cookware got announced, because my mom, she'd have found a way. She would have found a way. Well, so Moon, to your point, they're not meant to last 60 years. They're meant to be hand-me-downs. They are meant that you get these and your grandchildren are using those pots. So they are an investment. I will grant that. When you get those things, they are meant to last forever. There is no, I'll get another set later. They are that price because they are quality, because they are strong, and because they are meant to be what many products today are not. They are meant to be a lifetime product. You are meant to own it forever. She hasn't been this confident in weeks, so I don't know what changed. I'm happy about it, but I hate it because it's always short-lived. Penny goes through these spurts where she's very confident and then breaks them again. I hate it. But her walking around like that is a big deal. No, I don't know what sets I want, but I know that copper pans. So let's just go over copper pans themselves. Copper cookware. Okay. So, if you want true copper cookware, it cannot be non-stick ceramic. Husband's aunt collects Fiesta. Okay, so when I worked at Linens and Things, I hated the Fiesta. I thought they were the ugliest things, and I thought they were a brand of Linens and Things. So mad when I found out that they were a long-standing brand. I was so upset. I'm like, why? Why? See, this is the closest that I found to affordable. This is a stainless steel and copper cookware. This is still $200. Oh wait, okay, good. I'm not accidentally almost doxing myself. Right here. Like, it's a pretty set. So the thing is, non-stick, the problem with non-stick is that there's a lot of big issues that come with it. And why am I getting this white film on my computer? Let me just go to my settings. Change the definition.
change it back. The camera thinks it's white now. But the thing is, when you use those, they are like the Happy Fairy visited Penny. I guess so. But going back to what I was saying, when it comes to stainless steel copper pans, yes, stuff is going to stick more. However, exactly. Because non-stick has a lot of chemicals in it to create that. And even then, it's not technically non-stick. Stuff still can stick to your non-stick pans. It's a lie to say that they never do, because they absolutely can. However, it is far healthier for you to use butter or oil and get the pan really hot. The key thing to not sticking in a stainless steel or copper pan is you have to actually get your pan hot. And then you have to put in your oil, which creates that barrier. Then you cook. That's the key thing. So a lot of people just aren't used to that. They weren't raised on that. And so when you have a whole generation, I mean, think about it. Look at all the illnesses that have come up in the last, because I think they've been out for about 30, 40 years now, nonstick pans. Oh God. I found another set. Oh, this is again, when you're looking at sets that are supposed to last you a lifetime, this is another copper set. And this is not a fancy brand, but my God, $1,900. Oh, but it is this. And again, you look at that picture, you can see how thick and how well made that pan is. And I know this purely because my grandma, for all of her faults, when it came to cookware, she never just compromised price. She never was like, oh, well, it sounds like, no, she got the good shit. There is this, we call it Captain America's shield. There is this flat pan that my grandma got. This thing could literally kill somebody. It easily weighs 25 pounds. I'm so used to butter to make pans not stick that I use it on the non-stick. I never use a non-stick in the non-stick fashion. I always put oil or something on there. So it's like the eggs would be the thing I worry about. I use cast iron, but I can't cook eggs in them. Cast iron, again, you absolutely can cook eggs in cast iron. But again, you have to get it hot. You have to have the right amount of oil. If you do neither of those things, it's not going to work. You have to get it really, really hot. That's how it works. Because then you create that barrier when it gets on there and it immediately starts to fry the egg. God, I hate it because these pans, oh, they look so quality. Ugh. I kind of really want these. I added them to a list. I'm never going to be able to afford those fucking pans, but I want them. I want them. They're so beautiful. There is something about copper pans that is just... Well, this is a slightly more affordable one by Viking. Slightly, I say. It's a full $1,200 less. Slightly is an understatement, Cass. They're hand wash only. That's the only thing. My mother's pans, you could absolutely put them in the dishwasher. We weren't supposed to, but you did it. Oh. Starsun's coming up with really dumb ideas, guys. Really dumb ideas. But I need new cookware anyway. Oh, that's coming because what I need to do first is I really want to update my kitchen. And by update my kitchen, Starsun's motivation, beautiful copper pans. There's few things that make me want to just drop a ton of money. And appliances for the home is definitely one of them. Seeing things that are quality and would make my life easier and my home prettier. Oh, be still my beating heart. That's the problem. I am definitely a, ooh, I want it. Because think of all the wonderful things I can cook on it kind of person. I'm definitely like that. I'm definitely like that. So you gonna try for round 2, man? Because I hear you coming around. What are you doing? Penny? She's right there. Hiding. It's a shiny thing. But it's not that kind of shiny thing. Not to mention the food we eat. I know, exactly. Like, oh, this paella pan is so beautiful. God, this is so bad, guys. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. How dare it be so beautiful? I can't handle this shit. I'm being really bad right now. I'm sitting here just getting myself motivated to get shit when I ain't got the money. I ain't got the money. Why do I want it? Oh, dangers. Danger, Will Robinson. Copper pans. You guys need to look into it. Stars on the Magpie, for real. For real. And see, the thing is, there's certain things that you will absolutely need to spend money on. And I truly do feel quality cookware. Yes, ma'am. What'd I tell you guys? Who was timing it? How many minutes ago did she get off of me? And now she right back. She can't help it. She can't help it. She cannot help it. She up on here. Snuggling. I guess I'll wait till she wants my shoulder. It's called window shopping, sweetheart. Yes, but the problem is, if I window shop too much, I start making plans. Now, the other side of it is, Starman and I no longer need to use our tax returns towards debts. So, there's a few things that I want to do instead. And a lot of it has to do with the house and convenience for us. She loves her mama. She really does. I am very blessed that my animals are very trusting and loving. If you watched my stories on Instagram, you saw how even Cleo, oh, my little Cleo, she gave me the soft blinks. Oh, she's been so brave and she's coming out and she's being good. And again, my ADHD is in overdrive today, kids. ADHD is in overdrive. I just got a message from somebody. And now I'm like, shit, I opened it by accident. Now I gotta answer it. Oh, that was my bad. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have opened up. You always feel bad when you open up somebody's messages and you're like, shit. But I don't have time to answer them. Kidnapper show. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the problem. Then I'd be sitting there going, how can I trick them and end up with the pan myself? Plans aren't bad, but remember that God does have a tendency to laughing at them. Oh, yes, because remember, guys, I was talking about waiting. Remember? I was saying I was going to wait to leave the restaurant. That was what I was saying. That I was going to give it some time, and I was going to give a little more time so that way I could get some money. And I was going to wait till the end of the holiday season. And now look at me. A bitch without a car. Because I ain't got no vehicle. But, whatchamacallit? Starman and I are going to do something. If you guys have any old cars in your driveway that you want to get rid of, that you don't really want to keep anymore, there is a really cool thing you can do. You can donate it. And the thing is, when you donate it, you get a hefty tax write-off. Which I'm excited about. I am excited about. Because we have 3. So we're going to see. I think I was saying that earlier, and I got halfway through the words and forgot. But on top of that, because I no longer drive the Elantra, I no longer need it on car insurance. If I no longer need it on car insurance, guess what your girl did? I took it off the car insurance. And my car insurance dropped by $120. I mean, quick, close the door before Chaco walks in. But that was how crazy it was. Just taking the car off of the insurance dropped. Yeah, we're doing the veteran one though, but yes. God says stay home, bitch, for real. And there's this video an animator did, praying to Jesus, saying, "Sir, Lord, ask me for clarity. You know how stubborn I get." And she looks up, and it's Jesus literally like slugging her. And whatchamacalls it was hilarious. So I went into the chat, and they said, "It's Jesus, catch these hands, Christ. Jesus Christ, the only one to kiss the brick before throwing it." It was, dude, it was so funny. It was so funny. I loved it. I was literally sitting there wheezing at 1 a.m. reading these. I think I've got them. Hold on. Because I screenshot it, because I hate this new thing with Instagram where after you do after you comment, it rearranges the comments. It's so annoying. To what's the top it's so annoying. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Here it is. Jesus, catch these hands, Christ. Not the smile of absolute love and understanding. Jesus, the one that always kisses the brick before throwing. Jesus really said, "Oh, words say less, my child." It was beautiful. I screenshot the comments. Lord, give me because if you give me strength, I will also need bail money. Well, he did say the next time he came back, he'd be bringing the sword, not words. So him throwing haymakers does make sense, right? It was like, as soon as I saw the video, I felt like it was another message from God showing me why I got it. Because I was being stubborn. Like, it wasn't that I haven't, because I have been for years, my friend has no idea, I have for years been talking about leaving her because I wasn't sure if it was, I wasn't sure if it was a good environment or not. I thought it was, but then on top of that, she and I had a lot of like drama back and forth, and so I was kind of in this state where I didn't know if I should or shouldn't, and there would be these times where I'd be like, I should, and then I was like, no, it's okay, and then I'd say I should, and then Starman and my dad kept telling me to, because it, as Chaco put it, it took over everything. Shut up. I'm not a stubborn person by any means. Very easygoing. I don't ever stubbornly stick to things and fight. No, that's not me. It's so rude to even say that it would be. Anyways, so like, when the car broke the first time, I talked to you guys then. I said I needed to make almost $1,500 more a month than I was currently making in order for us to float, which was true. In order for us to be able to live comfortably, because again, I was spending what's 140 plus 100? I was spending almost $300 a month on gas for the car alone. But you're all not very nice. You're not very nice. I can't read that, so I can't see. I can't see that. Sorry, I don't know what those words mean. Told my dad once that sometimes God will tell you to sit down and rest, and if you don't listen, he'll make you sit down and rest. The facts. They are facting. And again, you know, this was a... Yes, yeah, we're keeping you humble. Yeah. Lost a train of thought. What was I saying? Shit. What was I saying? I got absolutely slightly stubborn as someone. I'm only a little. Oh yeah, so I was saying to you guys, I needed to make more money, and I started putting out applications. And you son of a whore. And when I started doing that, I mean, she's technically only a debt because she tossed money at me to help me. But if I had just not been stubbornly... If we go back to restaurant first shut down back in 2024, if I had been smart then and immediately gotten another job, or worse, done exactly what I'm doing right now, because I didn't. At the time, I decompressed so hard. What does Nuck say? I decompressed too close to the sun. I wasted so much time during a time when I could have been making a lot of videos, and I didn't. And when I didn't, I wasted a lot of my traction and a lot of my audience retention. I could have been making videos, and I could have been making YouTube more viable, and I didn't. And that is my fault. 100%. I allowed myself to stubbornly stick to, no. She's going to open a new restaurant soon. She's going to open, once she gets back from Asia, she's going to open a new restaurant. And I shouldn't have, because I took what little money she was able to pay me for stupid little things that I was doing, and that ended up really screwing over me and Starman. We got in a really bad financial situation as a result. Then I went back to the mattress store, right? But I should have gone back months prior. Like, the moment I heard about it, I should have been in there 3 months prior, but I didn't. Or like I said, doing this. And so I got back into a good financial spot and then immediately left it because, well, all right, they were pulling some shit, as you guys remember. And I wasn't wrong. Imagine if I had stayed. And remember how they were wanting me to go to Charlotte and shit? Imagine if I had stayed. I would have had the same problems on top of my dad. So, like, it's like... The problem is, if I had been smart, I would have had the job security to be there for my dad, because it would have been you guys. And I would have already built up enough of a platform where it wouldn't have been that big a deal if I took a couple of weeks off, or I could have done content at my dad's house. I live right down the street. There would have been a lot different. So again, stubbornness is hereditary. Oh, yeah. Why are you moving so much when you're not even attached to this table? You piece of monkey shit. So it was definitely a matter of, can I like tighten this? Because see, Penny, like, she mildly traps me by doing this. And so, like, looking back now, there's benefits. There were. But if I had been smarter, I would be in the exact same position I'm in now earlier. And one of the messages I was going to respond to was a friend asking me, how am I liking being out of the restaurant? Starman said to me the other day, and I was actually just telling Moon about this. Starman said he hasn't seen me this relaxed and happy in years. Years. And I am usually, in my own mind, when someone asks me, my thought process is I'm happy, which I am. I'm very happy. But apparently, I am... How do I phrase it? Trying to... This is getting me pissed off because it keeps wiggling. And it wasn't wiggling before. Hi, Benji. And so, like... I guess, even though I am, in theory, happy, and I am, there was a lot because being as part of the restaurant, and even now, even with me not being it, I still get the phone calls and texts about it. I get a lot of the responsibility and the weight of the importance of it gets put on me in a very unhealthy way. And it encompassed everything, which I already knew all this. I don't disagree, HG, but the problem is I knew it while it was happening. And it's like, it's why my house, it's why all this got all messed up. Because anytime I walk into this room, I was so busy putting out fires for somebody else at their business, I did not have the time to come in here and focus on this and actually do what needed doing. I couldn't. It wasn't even a question. It was not possible. It just was not possible. And that might be why it was doing it, because of the tremor tusk being attached. And I was not in I'm pooping. I'm so proud, Tony. You know, that was where it was just not feasible. It was not possible for me to be able to clean like it was needed, fix like it was needed. And by the way, hi, Tony. And I was, it was hard. It was very hard walking in it. And Starman is so not good at cleaning. I love him to death. And if you're watching this, babe, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to call you out, but he sucks at it. He's terrible at it. He doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't prioritize it like I do. And he doesn't see it in the same way that I do. I need to see if this is like... Was it oil on the screen? Damn. And so I would come home, and something that I was very used to as a kid, like you guys asked me last week about childhood snacks. We didn't have snacks, but I was used to there always being leftovers in the fridge. My fridge, it never has leftovers because I never have time to cook. I never have time to meal prep. Oh, yeah, please do. Please do, Tony. I was literally just thinking about that earlier. Like, I had to make sure this is all ready for. Okay, so let me know, okay? That's not a problem, but let me know. So I don't need anyone's help anymore. We're very proud of him. It was a lot of trial and error when we got there. But whatchamacallit. By the way, guys, I gotta tell you, just quick side. I watched him do a sermon the other day. Very proud of him. He stands longer than I can. Tony was standing, walking around, like, very proud of him. Very proud. You should. Again, if you're not watching him, you really need to. Go follow his channel. See if you're on Facebook, go follow his sermons. They're beautiful. Very insightful. I'm very proud of him. Very happy to call him my friend, because it's just incredible what he's done. But back to what I was saying, you know, there's a couple of things that I stubbornly avoid acknowledging. And one of them is, I understand I have ADHD, but I really, really hate this whole mental thing of, oh, everything's my ADHD's fault. Oh, it's an ADHD thing. And then I'll hear someone say something like, the way people who have ADHD freeze up. And I, for years, when I have tasks I really want to get done, I have to make a plan. And I will sit there and make that plan. And this goes back to what I was bringing up earlier. I'll make that plan. And then I sit there. And the plan's too white noise. I call it white noise. It is too white noise. I can't prioritize. Like right now, Starman got paid. There are things that I need to buy for the house, but there's also things I need to buy for the dogs. And like I told you guys, the nail kit, because I have these problems with eczema and psoriasis, I have to take extra care of my feet. So the problem is that the cats destroyed my very expensive nail kit that helped me take care of my feet. Like they corroded the whole thing. It is unable to be fixed. So I need to buy another one. That's $50. Then I have to, buy supplements for the animals. Well, the supplements I need for the dogs, because both of them are getting older. Greta's going to be 10. Orion is going to be 9. Well, I think 9. I have to count. He was born in 2018. Either way. No, that means he's going to be 8. No, he's born in 2017. He's going to be 9. Anyways. So I have to get them supplements. Well, the thing is, I don't want to waste the money on this stuff. Hi, Dylan. Wait, Patty. This bitch. She knocked down the astronaut. Damn it, bitch. Why are you attacking my astronaut? What did he do to you? Like, damn. So, the thing is, I get the native pet supplements, which are great. They're fantastic. Here's the problem with the native pet supplements. Every time you get them, you get a whole new metal tin. I hate wasting. So why would I spend the $30 on a whole new metal tin when if I spend $60, I can get a big bag and I can refill the metal tin 3 times with that big bag. But the problem is I don't just need the supplements. I also need the probiotics. And so now that's not just $60. It's $89 and $69. So now that becomes more. All right. And so I'm sitting there. Now I've got to prioritize what's needed more. Well, the thing is, I can't really walk if my feet are hurting because I haven't taken care of my skin issues. So the $50 is what I need to spend, right? But no, then I actually need to get the supplements because if the dogs are not going to be, but the dogs would not have supplements. Like, so what do I do while all these thoughts are going through my head at the same time? Absolutely nothing. Nothing gets ordered. Because I can't sit there and make the priority for what needs to be spent on. And that is the same reason why, like, I might not be able to clean sometimes when like you guys saw, this is much cleaner than it was before. Because I could not mentally get this to the point, and this is still not to the point that I want it. Because obviously all of this. But I can't clean all of this, because if I clean all of this, then that little bitch will come in and destroy the shit that I reassign and put back where it needs to be. Wait. My dad just fell. My dad just fell at the VA. Of all the places he could fall, this is a good place um, for him to fall. He was going for an appointment, and his girlfriend was going to get the wheelchair for him. Dad thought he had it. Dad did not have it. Dad fell. So give me a second. I've got to call my brother and let him know. I can't. I have no car. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I got a hold of my sister-in-law via her mother, and by the way, thank you, Marion. And so now we wait because so apparently Daddy has not been eating, which when he feels nauseous, he never does. I made him a bunch of spinach pies in hopes that it would help. And I know that because like I told you, I have the camera on him. I sometimes see him get up and have a snack in the middle of the night. But so we'll see. We will see. Don't be sorry, family emergencies are important. They are. The sucky part is there's no way I can help. There's nothing I can do. Now, the problem is that I don't know how good girl. If you wonder what that is, that's Penny going up to her little loft. She has been taking the top of the cat tree route. What? What's up in your cat tree that you're mad about? There's nothing up there. Oh God, did she make a mess that I'm not aware of? What? What? Penny? What do you want? I can't tell if she's upset about something or not. The struggle bus. You know what? Sitting just like this. What? What, Penny? What? What are you doing? How'd that feel? Girl, you too old to be jumping that hard. What? What is it? She wants me to tuck her in? No. No, usually when Penny sounds off, she wants me to clean something up. I really don't feel like getting up and checking, but there's more than likely something on top of that cat tree that she made a mess and she's upset about it. Let me see. No. So what's the problem? Penny? What's the problem? Girl. What is it? What do you want? Come on. What is it? What are you looking for? What are you waiting for? What? Bitch, I'm trying to talk to people here. What? Hello, Ryan. You were comfortably laying on my bed. What? Mm-hmm. Oh, is that a big stretch? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, Greta, was that a big stretch for you too? What? You guys are all being annoying. What, is this what you wanted? Is this is really what you wanted? I want you guys to realize what she wanted was me to sit down. Come on. Come on. She wanted me to sit down. Shh. Bitch. What are you doing? What? What is it? The galaxy. Oh yeah, she's when you get a gray animal that has it. It's really pretty. Oh my God. Let her feel young and confident. Penny is complaining to the manager. I know, I just don't know what she wants. She's Karening, but I don't know what she wants about it. The manager wants to have you clean after her, for real. Typical cat mood. And this is a typical Penny interaction. She will sit there and yell at me. Orion, are you chaos? Yep. And look who's trying to get up on here now. What are you doing? Penny. Hold on, let me put him down. Penny. Come on. All of that. What? What? I know.
I know. Come on. Come on. I know. I see your sweet little nuzzles. Yeah. Come on. Penny. Girl. No, bitch, I'm just looking at my lipstick. This ain't got shit to do with you. Come on. Penny. 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 Come on. Get in there. All of that. Going over to the cat tree. Calling me over. Jumping down. Standing behind me. All of that. For this. Bitch, if you get off of me, I will kill you. What? What? Baby girl. She sounds like Eric Cartman, your cat? That's hilarious. The cats, yes, they were my only Gravies for a long, long time. And now I have like 5. Because there's Jupiter, Adesia. I consider Cleo part of it. And then you've got Umi. So I've got, let's see, Penny, Orion, Cleo, Adesia, Jupiter. I have 6 Gravies now, okay? And I wish they were all like Umi. She's perfect. She behaves so well. There's never any problems. She doesn't do anything bad. Even when she bites, it's gentle. I would take it because when Penny plays, oh, it hurts. Oh, when Penny roughhouses, she was the first cat I ever had that got aggressive with food. Okay? And she got so aggressive. We are at his regular appointment. Let me see. And so, how I found out about it, Dad went to his regular appointment with his primary, and his girlfriend's on the mission. So, we're going to see what we can do. Anyways, my cat has gotten into the habit of digging through some cardboard I have in my room when he is offended that his bowl is empty, even if I know his bitch ass is not hungry. That's funny. So with Penny, how I discovered it is I've always given my animals dehydrated meat. Okay? And I had gotten the salmon for everybody. And I held it up to Penny, and she latched onto my finger. And then she got real aggressive. She would hiss, spit, like that whole little... That what I don't like people show kittens doing, I just think is not cute and not funny, is when kittens get super aggressive with food and they grab it and they're like, and they're like hissing and spitting. That is not good. Don't promote that, because when your cat is big, no matter, even a cat Penny's size could cause some severe damage on a full-grown adult, because cats are hunting machines and they can absolutely hurt somebody, in my opinion, as much if not more than a dog can, because I have got a lot of lasting scars from cats just playing. Like, if you look across my arms, you'll see all these little lines and marks. They're all scars from cats. My whole chest, right here, cats. She tasted blood. No, she tasted salmon and wanted more. It was bad.
I had to literally work with her to the point where she wasn't trying to aggressively kill anything that came for her food. But she's still bad. Like, the reason the bowls are all fucked up out here is because her and Luna, Penny, and Calliope will headbutt everybody every morning. No matter what I'm doing, I have to do it all in a random array. I usually have in a semicircle, and I go around the circle. But every day, they fuck up the bowls, and it becomes ridiculous. Cat bites and scratches are more prone, yes, because cats dig deeper, so they're more likely to get through and cause a lot of damage. I just thought it was like a ferret went, no, I'll tell you right now. It's bad. That's because the thing is it's resource guarding. Because at the end of the day, they're an animal and they're hungry, and when they're hungry, they're gonna want what sustains them, because especially when you have an anxiety ridden animal, that anxiety comes from a defense mechanism to stay alive. So, what helps an animal stay alive more than anything, besides not getting attacked? Food. That is the main resource. That is what drives everything on this planet, whether we like to say it or not. The only reason why it doesn't drive humans the way it drives everyone else is because we have an abundance of it now as a society. There was a very long time where food drove us as well. We waged wars over salt, for fuck's sake. So, like, come on. So that's why a lot of us these days, we pretend that we're above that. The only reason we're above that is because we figured out how to make it abundant. You know, you go to any communist country, food is the first thing that goes. Food is the first thing that they have to ration, and you know. So when it goes off to animals, this is a immediate reaction to, I need to stay safe, I need to feel safe, and I gotta protect myself. And how do they do that? They get aggressive. And that is the response. And they stay aggressive because they learn the response. We waged war over toilet paper. Exactly. So never think that it's just this. It's never just that. The only reason you can say that is because you sit, and I hate to use this language, the only reason we can say that is because we sit in a point of privilege as people who have never gone without. See, I'm just the ape that brings food. It's very lucky when your cats never get that way, but the younger they are, the higher the chance. And because again, Orion was that way, and I told you guys Orion got taken too early. Greta can get that way with smaller dogs. Why? Because when Greta was a puppy, she had her resources taken away. So that's because she was smaller. But when she is the larger dog, she will absolutely overpower the other dog for the resources. That happens a lot with Greta when it came to breakfast and dinner and stuff. Now, that being said, back to what I was saying. With her, it was so bad. I learned about resource guarding because of her. And now it I can never tell what's going through this cat's head. But then at the same time, Penny is literally one of my smartest cats, because Penny will let me know when she's made a mess immediately. I was fine with her making the messes in the bathroom because, again, it's easy to wipe up. It's easy to clean. It's on a surface that is designed to get messy. What I don't like is when she does it in here, but she still announced it. She'll stand and she'll start yelling like you guys heard her earlier, and that's her saying, "Mother, I have had a poop. Mother, I peed. Come and clean it up." I didn't teach her that. She learned I don't like the messes, and she also learned they can get inconvenient. And so, on her own, she developed the habit of letting me know, "I've made a boom boom on the rug. Come fix it." But back to the topic at hand before my dad's girlfriend called me. At least she tells you. She probably knows it takes a while to clean. It actually doesn't. I feed my animals very good food, so all of their doo-doos are very healthy. As such, they are super easy to clean up. Usually, they're so solid, I can just pick them up with the towel and right into the toilet. No problems. A sign of a really healthy doo-doo is that now I will say this, Penny will hold. So her doo-doo is for a cat Hendrix's size. We say it all the time. I cannot believe, but she'll hold it for days. Which is another sign of anxiety. Because what that is she's not willing to put herself in a vulnerable position to go to the bathroom. So when she was in the bathroom every day, she was willing to because she had a safe zone in there. And for about 2 months, she was in the bathroom all the time. We started setting up the bathroom for her. She changed positions to the desk. Now she's below the desk and sometimes on the cat tree. We can never predict with her. But like I was saying, so right now I'm in a state of frozen because there's so much I want to do. And I don't know what to do first. I don't know where to put my efforts, my finances. I was not able to think straight till I got the kitchen at least cleaned enough because the kitchen was a weird, kind of like in public toilets, but hers is sadder and more urgent. With my kitchen, the renovation I want to do is really simple. I want to get fake bricks, the little sheets of fake bricks, and put it as a whole brick wall. That's a couple $100 I really don't need to spend right now. I want to get the clings to change the color of my cabinets, but same problem once again. I don't have the money to do that right now. The only thing I got, because it was super cheap, was I got the new handles for my drawers and cabinets. Because total, it cost me $30. And I really want to put them up. But I gotta wait. So, it's stuff like that rides around in my head. Like, is it important? Do I really need to do it? No, but would it make me happy? Yes. Am I out of debt? Yes. So should I do what makes me happy? Yes. But should I right now? Is it feasible? No. Like, it's stuff like that where you have spent, and Linda said it earlier, you've spent so long being frugal that if you have even the chance to not be frugal, you freeze up. Because then I say to myself, well, should I really spend the money on that right now, or should I get the dishes that I want? Because that is a functional thing that we do need. And the money I would spend on the kitchen upgrade would get me the dishes that I'm out of. All my, monetize the ADHD. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been trying to do. That's why it's I'm trying to continually stream, but YouTube keeps yanking people. I'm about to be below 900 again. It's stuff like that. Just save until you're done. But that's the thing. For years, I have not been able to save at all. Because the thing is, if I take money and I put it aside, there's always been an emergency debt or charge that I've had to do. So now it's like, is there going to be something else now? What else is there? Because remember, the car that Starman and I have, we own straight out right now, but it's not in good condition. It's in usable condition, but it needs work as well. So, it's all these different things. It's all these different things that are just roiling around in our heads. We did re-up for our Costco, though, because Costco is actually a really effective way of doing stuff. The one thing that I have been able to do and move forward with is meal prepping. Oh, that's been such a relief. Meal prepping has been such a relief because I am making sure I have meal prepped breakfast and lunch for myself. I'm going to meal prep some more stuff, like a slightly different variety of foods. I have rediscovered that even though I'm not big on the texture of cottage cheese tastes very good. The texture is disgusting. I get that way. I have that nagging in the back of my head that something will happen if I spend money on a want or on a need. Right. And then the thing is, then I sit there and I look at that money that's being saved, but there's something I need to take care of right now. Shouldn't I do that? Shouldn't I get rid of that? Are you open to driving a Prius? I mean, I'm open to driving anything. Problem is buying it. That's the biggest problem right now, HG. Also, I have to be able to fit in it. So these are the two problems that come with me getting all the meals prepped. Yes, I love it. 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 Because, like, when I was, when Starman and I are making really good money, I would have in the fridge all the time. I had kind of like what these girls that do the little get readies with me and stuff. I would go and I would pre-make sandwiches for Starman, right? And I'd have them wrapped in parchment paper and ready to go. So if he came home and he was hungry, or Ray, who works with him at the time, was hungry, and don't forget, I had Brandon, I have 4 men constantly in the house. And I also have my nieces and nephews coming over all the time. So what I did was I meal prepped. The refrigerator was not very big, but I made it work, where I would have salami, turkey, and roast beef in rotating wraps and sandwiches set up, ready to go all the time. They always had lettuce, meat, and cheese in them. So I always feel like something will happen if I get anything big for myself. And so I had those ready to go. I then would meal prep Matt's work food, and I'd freeze it ahead of time in the containers. So I would make him like a bulk of like 30 spaghetti meals. And I would freeze them ahead of time, either in the containers or in baggies. And then all he had to do was go into the freezer, take the baggie out, and put it in the container. So then he had his food ready to go when work would go. Like, this is the system I had. I was starting to build it up. And then the Wall of Humanity happened. I was making my own frozen pizzas. I was making my own frozen chicken. I was making my own frozen burger patties. I wanted a treadmill for 6 years, sitting on a waiting list. It's useful, but I can never justify it. Right. I'm in the same boat right now. I know that now that I'm not going to be working at the restaurant, I need to get a treadmill. I found the treadmill that I want. I theoretically can buy it right now. I would rather blow $200 on the pets right now. That's where I'm at. I am in the same exact boat because I need to. I need to make sure I stay healthy. I need to make sure I keep losing weight because it is also, elephant in the room. I need to make sure that I don't gain weight because then what's the point of my channel? If I go back up to 420, 450 pounds, what was the point of any of this? So it's stuff like that. Anyone know how to make ricotta cheese in a lasagna taste good? Yes, I do. Number one, ricotta is very good on its own if you get high quality. You got to get good quality, high-fat ricotta. If you get it made with sheep's milk, it's even better. But I don't know if that's going to be worth it, Jade, but I might do them for my patrons and my channel. Like, I need to... All right, so feasibly, for me to make sure that Starman and I have savings, I need to get, like, 800 people as channel members, because I have them as low as $1, so you can join for $1 a month, and more like 900 because it takes 30% of it. So I need to make at least $700 a month, so that way I balance it out, aside from whatever I make in videos. But it's kind of like a set way. But there are people who with massive followings don't even have that many. So it's like, I can't expect that. But as for Perkin called Ask the Italian, right? But as for Raven's question, here's how you do it. You cannot just put ricotta in by itself. If you do, it's going to taste like shit. You have to season it. And the way you season it is you're going to crush 3 cloves, depending on how big it is. Use your eye on it, but I do between 3 and 5 cloves of crushed garlic. You do garlic powder. you do fresh parsley, and you do dried parsley. And you're going to put those in the rogot. That is for sure. Other seasonings depends on what kind of person you are, because some folks will put unusual seasonings, some folks will put good seasonings. My personal opinion, nothing but good garlic and parsley should season it just fine. Except, I lie, there's one other thing. Mix in freshly ground pecorino. Pecorino Romano, add that in. Make sure it is all well combined. You won't have any problems, because that's what I do. When I make my baked ziti or I make my lasagna, that is what I do. I put in fresh garlic, I put in dry garlic, the garlic powder, I put in fresh parsley, and you gotta make sure it's finely chopped. And I put in dry parsley, and I put in pecorino. And again, at that point, any of that, you have to use your own I can definitely, like, again, the problem is so one of the other reasons why I'm afraid to do the meal prep, a lot of what I normally prep, if I do it every week, I need to invest in a bigger freezer because I don't have enough room for all the foods that I would need to prep. But like last night, I went and I ordered a bunch of stuff because my meal prep this week is I made leg quarters, I made drumsticks, I made pumpkin spice pancake bites with walnuts. I made curry with short rib and chicken for Starman, and that's in the freezer for his work food. Got to remember the pecker? Pecker? I didn't say pecker. Whatchamacallit? I made 2 stromboli. I made 5 spinach pies, which are just stromboli with spinach instead. I made, what else? Trying to think, hold on. I made myself chicken and spinach egg bites. Those are my lunches. And then I made myself bacon and chicken sausage egg bites that has bacon cheese for my breakfasts. And what I'm going to be, and I have 4 bags, 2 of each in the freezer still of those. I'm almost out of the ones that I did not freeze. And my kids have been asking for lasagna. I have to wait until I can get to a store that sells good gluten-free lasagna noodles. Emphasis on the good. That's a very difficult task. I wish you the best of luck. My intention, now that I have got the KitchenAid in my care, is to get the pasta drying rack and the pasta attachments and start making my own pasta. Because, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to move. How dare I? I'm so sorry. So that's something I want to do, and then I want to bag them. I want to shrink, bag them so that way I can keep those. Like, there's a lot of things I have in mind, and I know how to do. I have absorbed so many different recipes and ideas. One of the things I'm going to meal prep this week and have in the freezer, and I've got a ton of ground chicken for it, is I'm going to make chicken nuggets. I just don't know if I have enough potato starch. But you can make your own chicken nuggets with just a little bit of potato starch and seasonings and ground chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and I'm going to shape them and I'm going to freeze them. And so that way, whenever I want them, instead of going and getting what everyone else makes, and I just got plain ground chicken. I've got like 8 packs of it at this point, I think. I got to defrost the rest of them. And I'm just going to make a shit ton of nuggets. So that way, I can then just... What, Penny? What? What? Come on. Hey. Oh, this bitch. Oh, no, I know. Trust me, I know. Because we've already had it. Like, yes, I spent a lot of money on the meal prepping, but it's going to be so magnificent because what did I do? What did I go and get? I did a DoorDash order because I can't go and shop right now. I'm having to learn to make my fresh pastry and noodles since the store-bought ones now are making my stomach upset. The farts are a whole other unpleasant person sometimes. It's... You would be surprised. God, they really destroyed my fucking straw. You would be surprised how amazing it's gonna be when you make your own stuff. And so, like, I make Starman snack packs. So I seasoned him for his snacks. I do balsamic marinated mozzarella pearls with cherry tomatoes. I do pickles with garlic stuffed olives. I'm doing pepperoni with pimento stuffed olives. I do honey roasted peanuts with mini muffins, and not like the mini muffins, but I do the fresh baked mini muffins, which I'm eventually going to make myself because I already make mini muffins, but I need to make sure they are moist enough because Starman does not like dry muffins. Have fun with Stream Star. Oh, you're raving, you're going? Bye, honey. Like, I am willing to do all of that. My regular prep, I feel, will be boring. On top of that, I have no idea if my laptop is going to be able to be up to it now. So, like, there's a lot of things that come involved with that because this is a tower computer. So that's the other problem. What am I going to stream on? How am I going to stream? Like, it's getting the whole setup done as well, feasibly, without damaging anything. There's tons of content creators that are trad wives. Yes, but I'm not that. And I don't want to, like... I don't know. I think I'm willing to do it as, like, a side quest kind of content. But as for... Hold on. Before any of you bitch at me about the dust on the microphone. But that's not what my content's about. I think I'm willing to do it for, like, my channel members or my patrons. Buy a new camera for drawing streams first. Just remembered. Yeah, I don't know if it got broken. I'm still... Again, when you get overwhelmed, I'm not willing to touch and find out. It's one of those things because then it's going to sit on my mind. Right now, it's white noise, so I don't got to look at it. But once I do, then it's going to sit on my mind. What do I got to get? When can I get it? And I'm really impatient about this stuff. I like the don't call it meal prep guy. Which one is that guy? There's a lot, like, I will tell you one of the things I've been obsessing over lately is using healthy ingredients. So I went and I already have the Greek yogurt. I have that for the dogs. I got to get more of it for myself. I don't like mayo, right? I don't like mayo, but I do like the flavor of cottage cheese. And I do like, I hate the texture. And I do like Greek yogurt. I love the idea of replacing all the mayo options with Greek yogurt. But then I wonder, will I still be able to eat it? Like, I don't eat egg salad. I love eggs. I don't eat egg salad. Even though everything in it I eat. I don't eat deviled eggs because it uses mayo. Like, there's a lot of things that I don't eat, but I wonder, would I eat it if I did it slightly different? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. And it's like, would I like it? Would I not like it? Would I be able to get past my own brain long enough to like it? I don't know. I really don't. And so, like, right now, my intention is I saw these high-protein burritos that you freeze, which I love. You wrap them in parchment paper. You freeze them. That's beautiful to me because then you just reach in and grab it, put it in the microwave. I hate mayo. I hate it so much. I hate all condiments. Relish, mustard, ketchup, all of it's disgusting. The only one I can even stand sometimes is ranch. So I say it's like, I don't know. I don't know. She really is doing, like, the best today. Even when she's being a pain in the ass, I'm just so impressed with her right now. Like, I'm a hater. 100%. 100%. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being a hater. The smell alone makes me gag. Ranch is not good. Ranch is okay. And what makes ranch good is the seasoning. Which at that point, just use the seasoning. Why you need all that mayo involved? It's disgusting. We can't go to Five Guys to get a star. Why can't we? Just don't get any of the sauces. You don't need that shit. If you like here's my thing. This is all right. Here is my controversial take, okay? I've told you guys this so many times about so many different things, but no matter what it is, I am controversial about it, and how I know is this, all right? You know my controversy about being a fan artist or fanficker, where it's like you make fanfics because you feel like it's really cool to change the ideas. No, in my opinion, if you were a fan, you would like it for what it was made with, not how you want it, okay? So let's start with that, all right? So why would you change it up? If you say you like French fries, but you can't eat them without ketchup, you don't like French fries. You just like ketchup. So that's the thing. If you have to have it with ketchup and you can't eat it any other way, you don't like French fries. You like ketchup flavored potatoes. And I say that for everything else. I put ketchup on my ketchup. I just finished making my daughter's birthday cake. It's a chocolate cake from America's Test Kitchen with Bavarian cream in the middle. Ooh, that does sound good. Hard disagree. It's okay. I know it hurts to hear these facts, but they're still facts. That's the thing. Because potatoes on their own with very little salt are delicious. Properly made French fries require nothing but a very little bit of salt, and they are absolutely phenomenal. I like the spice mix they use for the fries in Five Guys, but a spice mix is not a sauce. And I don't really eat cheesy potatoes all that much, except for au gratin, and even then I don't eat au gratin that much. I like potatoes as they are. If I'm having tater tots, I'm just having tater tots. If I'm having French fries, I'm just having French fries. Ma'am, you have jumped on the deep end. I'm laying out the facts. They're uncomfortable, but they're still the truth. If you have to something in a flavorant, are you actually enjoying the product, or are you enjoying the flavorant? If the only way you can drink water is if it's sweetened and fruit flavored, do you actually enjoy drinking water? No. I will have a loaded potato soup, but the only thing I put on my potatoes is butter and a little bit of salt. That's it. No sour cream. Get that shit out of here. And mind you, I love scallions, I love bacon, I love cheese, and I might do it once in a while so that way I can pretend I'm eating loaded potato soup, but I don't want that. Same, yes, which over time, I've told you guys already, I have lessened the amount of sugar that I drank in coffee. If you have to eat your potatoes or fries or tater tots, then you don't like potatoes. That is not a fact because you're just merely cutting them in a different way. You're altering the shape, but you're not altering what it is. Because what part of that destroys it being a potato? I'm going to say I love my mom, but she was a horrible cook without condiments. See, but that's the thing. You didn't love your mom's cooking. You just made a lot of condiments. Latkes, again, latkes, I eat latkes without any of the sauce. My water, see again, so you don't drink water, you like kiwi and strawberry. And that's what convinces you to drink water. When I drink water, I just drink water, and a lot of it. So again, this is my point. It is a hot take for a reason. It is a hot take for a reason, guys. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but I'm saying it anyway. That's the thing. Because again, not only do I not like these condiments, do you understand that when you sit there and you load on the mayo and the ketchup and whatever, you're piling on calories? What makes... If you love salads, but you can't eat a salad unless it is overloaded with fucking ranch and cheese, you're not eating a salad. You're eating ranch-flavored lettuce. Go ahead, come on. Come on. But that's my point. And I haven't had latkes in so long either, so I don't know. But yeah, like, some condiments essential, but they don't. It's I have insulted Natanya. Indeed, you are free to exercise your First Amendment. Exactly. And exercise it. I will. Because, again, you know, this is the exact same argument. If you get a steak and you smother it in A1 sauce, did you enjoy the steak? Or do you just like the A1? Water is great as long as it's not city. Okay, yes. Yes, we can agree on this. I will understand and completely forgive if the only way you can drink water is with fruit flavoring because your city water tastes like shit. See, true. I don't like the flavor of lemon juice on my savory stuff, but when I have salad, all I do is olive oil and salt and pepper. That's it. And it's very light, too, because it's too greasy. It's disgusting. Having a steak with broccoli is not the same thing as having a steak flavored like broccoli. Talk to anyone that cooks meat, and they will tell you, truly good meat just needs to be roasted properly with a little bit of salt and its own natural juices. That's why au jus is in its own juices. That is why stock, any kind of vegetable stock, beef stock, chicken stock, that's why it's so good, because you are using... Sesame oil is good, but it is extremely fragrant, and you have to use very little, or it will overpower the salad. And just don't... What do you think? Oh my god. Black cats, have you been spying on me? Or have you been seeing me comment on the Sovereign Citizen body cam videos? See, I don't like apples or sweet stuff in my salads, but I can see why people would like that. As soon as it'll... Oh, honey, are they doing bad things to you, honey? Honey. Anything you like, they do for you? No, honey. We'll take care of you. You have boyfriend? Oh, that's why you know ham. Steak, not cake. I will tell you right now, I have been craving a steak in the worst way. I already have dinner planned. I might ask Starman. Oh, no, I don't have to ask him. I could know, but it's better to look it up. You worked with a Sovereign Citizen? Oh my god. Let me tell you something, guys. Nothing flabbergasts me more as a just adult than when I find out these Sovereign Citizen people are real. It is so mind-blowing to see what they'll believe. I cannot hear what Mother said because I'm a good employee and cannot stream. I'm so sad. Steak is so expensive, I know, but it's the middle. Well, it's now Thursday. I'm hoping. I haven't heard anything, so I'm hoping Dad's okay right now. But beyond that, oh, by the way, I think they gave up, so I'm gonna show you guys while we were all talking. Do you want to see the biggest cope on Kick? It was so bullshit. It wasn't even worth responding to. Of all things, Coke. God, however, I did see somebody release this like syrup recipe that looked really good that you can make yourself. The moment Hunty realizes. I'm not sponsored, so I'm not saying it. I have skull candies. The dude asked me, do you drive a car? No, you just control the car. I know, I hate... Here's the thing that sovereign citizens and J-Bay both don't understand, okay? In America, there is no right to a vehicle. This is a PSA for everybody. I don't know how it is in other countries, but there's a reason why you need a driver's license, even if you have a state ID. Why? Because a driver's license is a privilege. The roads, all of that is a privilege, not a right. You have the right to movement. And what that means is you can travel with your own 2 feet, however you want, wherever you want to go. You can walk on public roads. However, if you wish to operate a motor vehicle, that is a privilege. And here's the best part. Flying is even worse. Yeah, they're not driving, they're traveling. However, if they are traveling in a motor vehicle, they are driving. And they try so hard to do this shit. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah, and here's the best part. Here's the best part. Here's the best part. Air flight, air travel is completely private. There is no government run airport, airlines, any of that. Even that. So the problem is that is still a vehicle, although you don't need a license for it. So yeah, maybe. I think that's basically all countries have motor vehicles, right? Basically, there's only one place I know where motor vehicles are not allowed, and that is actually here in North Carolina. There is an island where they have banned cars. They have banned cars. Even Amazon operates by horse and buggy. I kind of want to go. Okay, time to hook up my go-kart. Here's what I will tell you. Air flight is completely a privilege because it's entirely privately owned. Yes, the air traffic controllers are government workers because of the airspace belonging to the government. But the actual airports, the actual airlines, it is not Amish country. It is completely technological in every other way, but it's not Amish. Everything else in an airport, the airlines, the airport, all of that, privatized, which is why you can get kicked off and you can get a no-fly list like that. And the airlines, because it is a private establishment, does not have to give you a reason. For any reason, they can decide you no longer can fly, and they can decide for the rest of your life. Ooh, there's one in Michigan too? So, okay, there's more than one. Now I'm putting wings on my bike. The only stipulation with the bike is you're supposed to wear a helmet. Right. And they can, if they want to be jerks, get you for that. So again, it's why I laugh when these sovereign citizen people try to make shit up. And then I saw one the other day. One of them kept repeating this, I forgot what they were saying, but essentially came out to, I'm an independent I am an adult who claims myself. Congratulations. And what I love is they go, you have no jurisdiction over me. Is this maritime? Is this a maritime jurisdiction? Nothing you did was in the ocean, so what are you talking about? There might be some areas you might be prohibited from riding. Exactly. The only time the man asked me, do you drive an elevator? Do we? You can get banned from the building's elevators. They can tell you you're not allowed to use them. I mean, you're not choosing where the elevator goes. The elevator only goes to certain places, and you get to pick which one you want to go to. But you don't get to say the elevator can now go forward. You don't get to say the elevator can leave the building. It is either up or down. That is it. See, that's the problem that these sovereign citizens don't understand. I find them fascinating because, again, 9 times out of 10, the people that are sovereign citizens, when you dig just a tiny bit deeper, they have suspended license, they have violent crimes on them. Like, almost all of them have some kind of really bad shit. And that's something I've seen on almost all of these body cam videos. I always love when somebody sits there and goes, no, I know my rights. I know this. Like, there was one lady I just watched this morning, this old bitch, and she was sitting there flipping out because she left a parking lot. She didn't use a blinker. And when the cop pulled her over, she had a bitch. She absolutely lost her shit. And she's like, why'd you pull me over? I know, right? Da, 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 da. Kept going off. And when she felt, because he was trying to talk, she bulldozed him the entire way. She bulldozed everything. And listen, I can't account for everyone's foolish actions. I don't like him. What are even sovereign citizens? I will explain this in a minute to you. Ride-in lawnmowers are a vehicle, and you cannot legally drive them on the road. They are not legal. They are not legally allowed to be driven on the road. But I will get to this in a second. I'm going to leave it up on there. So this woman, she was claiming she did nothing wrong. He had no reason to pull her over, that it was a bullshit. Found out she was driving on a suspended license. And she knew she was driving on a suspended license. So what she did, and this is what I've seen time and again, these people, when they know they've done something wrong, they will flip the fuck out. Flip out completely. The man asked me, I have paper here. It says I have my own name. You can use me for anything else. Yeah, listen and go, do you have jurisdiction over me? You don't have the jurisdiction to. If you are in someone else's town, they have the jurisdiction over you. I'm here from a funeral? Oh, I'm so sorry, Danger. Hello, Shadow Warden, sorry. Hear about that, but I'm not sure what the heck happened for that to happen. I don't know. Brett Cooper has usually a lot of good takes. The problem is that right now, a lot of people like Nick Fuentes because he's saying some normal things now. But Nick as a whole is not a good person. And the other problem is right now it's really, really popular to hate Jews. It's really, really popular to hate Jews again. So much so that I've been seeing, before I do get back to this, I'm going to say something. I notice a lot of my right-wing YouTubers are sitting there going like, oh my God, we're looking back on the you-know-what, and we're seeing, oh, it was a lie. This many million people didn't die. It was only this many, da-da-da-da. And then they showed, oh, the reason why the painter from Vienna, because they know you can't say his name, and I'm pretty sure I can't either, they know why the painter did what he did, because the Jews waged war against him first. And then you look and they're showing, I need you guys to listen what I'm saying, okay? They showed a bunch of people from the 30s holding up signs and newspapers all written in English and signs all written in English about not liking him. Now, they claimed that these were from, whatchamacallit, that these were from Germany. Right before the you-know-what. Question, guys. Why would Jews in Germany be writing signs in English? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? It's always the juice. Just marinate on that for a second. Because I can tell you exactly when the pictures were from. The War of Judea on Germany. It's because they were American Jews protesting the Madison Square Garden. When they were for help, right? Pay attention to the tweets. Right, here's the thing. Remember how they kept saying Trump at Madison Square Garden was very parallel to a certain other person who held a rally at Madison Square Garden? These were Americans protesting him back in the 30s. And then it was like, oh, because we're only just finding out no one was taught that it was happening before World War II. Motherfuckers, no shit it was happening before World War II. World War II didn't officially start until America joined in. Okay? No shit it was happening before. It was happening for years. And everyone ignored it because nobody cared. And saying it wasn't taught, I was taught that. When I grew up, because I went to a real school that had a better curriculum, I knew about that. We had a whole entire, long education about World War II. People really don't know history. And then on top of this, HG, a lot of them like to hear about shit. It goes back to the Hogwarts letter. It's always the Hogwarts letter. It always goes back to it. I hate to sit there and sound like I'm making myself out to be a genius, but I'm sorry. It always becomes this. Everyone wants their Hogwarts letter. Everyone wants to feel like they're brilliant and they're in the know and they know more than others and they're smarter than the rest of their peers and everyone else is so dumb. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Because you have a lot of right-wingers that feel like they've cracked the code. They have found the evil. Yeah. Exactly. They want to feel like they're special. And so they will fall for propaganda and fake news. They will fall for these things that is essentially a Reddit post that flew off the handle. Which is why I don't believe any of it. Yes, if you dig enough and you're searching for something, you'll go down a rabbit hole that might show some shit. But it's not what they think it is. It's the secret cabal of Jews that are trying to destroy everything. Here's why I know it. Because as a Christian, I learned my entire life that when you are the chosen people of God, it does not mean your life is easy. It means you become the target. And the thing is, what are we witnessing all over the world right now, guys? Christians, believers of God, of the one true God, are being attacked everywhere. So does it shock me one bit that when evil starts to rise, what also starts to rise is mass attacks on Jews and Christians? No. So that's why I don't buy into any of it. That is why I don't buy into any of it. Because in my opinion, it is absolutely, right now, a target against those believers in God. 100%. See, and that's why I can't talk about it yet, because I know my channel is going to get zapped for it. But if you go to look at go and look at the images of Sudan right now. Go and look in Nigeria. Go look at why there's so much red that you can see from space. And do you know who's not caring about that? The Palestine people. All these, we don't believe in genocide. They don't care about it if it's about us. And that's why I don't trust people like Andrew Tate and Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes. I don't trust none of it. I don't trust the infighting. I don't look at none of it. I don't acknowledge it. Because it's bullshit. It's a distraction. It's a distraction. The nose ring's right. It's all a distraction. It's all To pit us, because the thing is, we were a united front. And what was the first thing they did? They took down Crowder. Crowder was a big unifier, but Crowder got outed out for a lot of bullshit. Okay? Then they tried to go after Trump, claiming he was part of the Epstein issues. Okay? Then you had the big falling out between Ben and Tucker and Candace. You had this big rift between Daily Wire and with fucking The Blaze. And with, what's his name, Crowder. You had all these cracks forming. That's why I don't join a political party. I will always be a Republican. I've been a Republican my whole life. Regardless of what anybody else does. I know what I am. Even for Israel, Republicans hurl anti-Semite. Yes. Like, let's with every ist and phobe. Yeah, I don't. Because the thing is, I am definitely an absolutist, and I don't want to send help to anyone. Even a lot of our allies. Because we need it too much. We have too much infrastructure we need to fix. We have too many problems. Here, look at this bullshit. The only day that the Democrats finally decided to come back to the table and talk about EBT, anyone notice? It's right on the day that Mamdani's going to get all his votes. It's almost like, and here's the irony of all of it, okay? Here's the irony of all of that. They're trying to push a socialist when the entire reason that 40 million Americans are not getting their SNAP benefits is because it's a socialist process. The entire reason why people are not getting certain benefits right now and certain money is because those are socialist programs. And yet somehow they convinced these leeches and so many other people, and they said it point blank. Think of how manipulated these people are. All of these major Democrats point blank said it was leverage. Crockett said it. Pelosi said it. Schumer said it. They all said they were using it as leverage, and yet somehow have still managed to convince most of the country this is Trump and the Republicans' fault. They have put out singleton bills where literally it was just, okay, sign this so at least we can do SNAP. And they wouldn't. And when they got put in front of cameras and asked about it by even CNN sees the bullshit, they would not answer the question. Because they knew if they did it enough in a city like New York, where a lot of people are on EBT, they would get Mamdani his vote. Why would they go after New York? Because New York is one of the biggest trades in the world. It is one of the epicenters of capitalism. How do you take down capitalism? You take down, there's a reason why they went out to the World Trade Center. And I'll tell you right now, you're not going to want to see what's happening. If Mamdani does what he wants to do, you're going to see all 90,000 of those millionaires leave. The billionaires, they're going to leave. You're going to see them go other places where they're going to be able to afford it. Because right now, all these policies where it's going to overtax those millionaires, they're still American citizens with the freedom to go wherever they want. So you know who doesn't have the freedom to go wherever they want? The rest of the population. The rest of the 99%. They've got to stay there because it's too expensive to leave. Yeah, I know. And they also voted that asshole in that was wishing endgame on Charlie's kids. If you all think that this wasn't a very targeted move from the Democrats, they held the line. Now New York fat cats are leaving. Yes, and they're going to. They are going to run hard and fast. The same reason why when you go into most places, there's automated cashiers now and everything. Because they will worry about their money first. And if you continue to choke them, if you continue to force them to spend more money, they're going to find ways to save it in ways that you don't want. That's the end of it. They are going to continue to do shit that will convince the people that are funding all of it. Because this is where people like to call me a bootlicker. I don't give a flying fuck. If you want money and you want to earn money, guess what? The people who create and generate that are the millionaires and billionaires. They're the people who own the businesses. Now, do I like when they have monopolies? No. Do I think it's right when they're able to manipulate the government and system to their needs and buy out things from underneath people? Absolutely not. We'll have to move to Idaho. We'll rebuild. They're already, because why? What is Texas being called? The new Silicon Valley. They are cooked. They are 100% cooked. And they don't realize it. Here's the thing. This is exactly what happened in Iran and Iraq. This is exactly what happened. The women that voted for Sharia law were the women that suffered later because of Sharia law. Because what they did, and Mao did the exact same thing, they manipulated people into voting for this in the name of progress. And then as soon as they got in power, they took people out. Austin, Texas. I know, Austin is getting... Blair White left. It's bad when you know Blair's like, nah, fuck this shit. Well, those billionaires likely already have another place to live. They do, absolutely. But the thing is, when their primary property is in New York, all the taxes they pay go to that. I realize that I did not vote for those. I know you didn't, baby. I know. Trust me, I understand. It was like they were all talking about, and again, this goes right back to what I was talking about earlier about food prepping. I haven't been able to food prep for years. Do you guys know why? Except for like maybe once or twice. I've told you this for years, guys. I have not been able to afford food shopping since Biden became president. Once in a blue moon, we get a little extra money, and I could. But overall, no. The most financial security I had was when I took out the 401k loan to buy my house. And we had a little bit of that extra money, so we were able to actually enjoy. Yeah, I wanted, and I don't even like Andrew Cuomo, but you know what? I wanted him to win. I did. I really did. Kind of reminds me of the Labour Party here in the UK. I've heard, I don't understand it entirely, but I've heard. I have heard, HG. And again, you know, the problem with it is right now is when Trump was president, Starman and I had thousands of dollars saved in the bank. I think we had a total of like $2,000. I was really proud of us. Within a month of Biden being president, shit crashed so hard and so fast, we were out of all of our savings like that. All of it. Mind you, we had debt, but we were putting money aside. We were being responsible. I was so proud of us. That was gone so quick, so quickly. And it's a mess. Exactly. And I went from being able to, because I used to be able to go to PetSmart with Starman roughly every other week, once a month, and we dropped $300 or $400. And I'd stock up on everything I needed. Toys, treats. And after 2019, it got a little harder, obviously. But when 2021 hit, it got really hard. Really hard. I used to be able to go at least every few months to the Asian market and go buy a bunch of stuff that I wanted. I couldn't afford it anymore. I couldn't afford it. I didn't go for years as a result. Years. I would have to save up or wait till tax returns and hope that I get a little extra money to go and do a big one. And then once in a while, I might get a little bit of a burst in money, and we would have to choose. So more often than not, I wouldn't buy snacks. I've been able to buy snacks again. That was a big deal. I need to find a fight club low-key. I throw hands for money at this point. Dems still blame Trump. They blame Trump for everything. And you know what the thing is? The last almost year since Trump has been president, I have been able to regularly go food shopping. I've been able to regularly, with you know, even with struggling, pay bills. The reason Americans save is preparation for administration change. Help me, the children are overstimulating today. Sorry, Hunty. You know, the thing is, you're supposed to be saving. The rule of thumb, and you can go listen to Caleb Hammer, is your emergency fund should be able to fund you for a year if you don't work. That means, so like right now, ideally, my monthly cost is $3,000, right? So that means I need $3,000 times 12. So what is that? And this is just the emergency fund. So in the bank, I'm supposed to have $36,000 sitting in the bank right now. Right now. That's what I'm supposed to have in the bank. That's just emergencies. Okay? So in theory, I should actually have, on the broad spectrum, probably closer to $50,000 or $60,000 in the bank. That's what I should have. I don't. Exactly, $36K. And that is just to fund your house, your life. I wish rent was $200 a month. I could save so much. I know. My rent used to be $500, and again, in less than 20 years, it went up to $1,100. That's insane. New York actually have the... Damn it. I lost my little bowl. New York has a double whammy of having socialist and possible Islamists. I know. And here's my thing. I'm sorry. I understand I have Muslims that follow me, and I have dear friends that are Muslims. Even Aldi is pricey. That's sad. That is so sad because I love Aldi's so much. But I imagine in New York it is very pricey. Here's what I will tell you. When have you seen a Catholic win in New York and there be a mass in the middle of Times Square? I'm sorry, but we are not a country where the Islamic call to prayer should be... I'm sorry. I don't feel that's okay. And someone might say, oh, we hear church bells. Church bells ring out to tell you the time. That's it. Church bells ring out to tell you what time it is. And that has been going on for centuries. That is the only reason why you hear church bells. But there never should be a time where you go to any town in America and you hear the Islamic call to prayer. I'm sorry. I don't think that's right. Feels like the U.S. being invaded. It is being invaded. I remember talking to someone years ago, basically what Dave Ramsey preaches about getting out of debt. I know, and right now I am thankfully out of debt. So now my options are I have to start working towards being in the green, not just in the black. Because right now I'm in the black. I need to be in the green. Back, turns out my mom just undersalted the damn lasagna. Yes, salt is important, babe. Fuck that Sharia law. Exactly. I prefer church bells over the call. I know when you actually have to... What, baby? Come up. Hop up. Let everyone see your precious little just woken up face. Don't lick yet. No, I wanted them to see your little lip. When Orion first wakes up, his lower lip is... Ew, that was gross. His little lower lip sticks out, and he looks like he's pouting. No, I'm trying to show them. God, you're annoying sometimes. I am trying to show him how cute you are, and you're not making it easy. See, no, stop. Now you made Penny move, you little shit. Here, look. Look. Look at that pout. That's his lip. And when he walks out, ah! You're so annoying. You're so annoying. I don't like you. I don't like you. Get back up. Back up, baby boy. I gotta pick up something now that Penny's not on me. I've got to retrieve my little ball of metal that I dropped. Ow. Oh, my knees don't bend that much anymore. Ow. Oh, my boob's just right there. Dang it. Girl, we been talking about NY. Where you been? Oh, I need a new chair. This is so difficult. I've been trying to find chairs that, like, match my height. Because that's the hardest part right now. Yes, my pouty pity. Knee stretch. Yeah, I just feel to stretch and crouch and everything and like, drop it like it's hot, all that shit. No more. Rachel! Get off of Twitch, come over to YouTube. Twitch don't help me. It's just there as a backup. I can't tell what that little thing is. Phone won't open YouTube chat. Well, that sucks. Cat came back and I was trying not to get it used to the cats already in the house. You were trying not to. Oh, the clipped ear cat. Got it. I got you. I got you. Also, I apologize for the video not getting out today, guys. But again, I got so distracted. And I was so... Because again, so there's one less thing going off on a different topic. This week is already hard for me because yesterday was the death anniversary of my best friend / brother. So I was pretty sure it was coming up, but I was confirmed because I checked my Facebook memories. And it hurts a little bit. The only benefit I have is somewhere out in the world, unless something really horrible happened, his heart is beating in somebody else. And so I remember that because the last thing I did was whenever somebody becomes an organ donor, all the nurses line up to walk them to the operating room. I was chosen as the person to lead the way by the family because we had just been inseparable. And so I got to be the first and last person for Brandon. Boy, you better leave my astronaut alone. And so, you know, trying to do hungry hands. And so, you know, it's moments like that. And so it's been I tried really hard to be productive yesterday. My brain really didn't want to, though. And I think it's just because, again, when I don't want you guys to go through it, but everyone's going to at one point or not. When you lose somebody like that you are just so interconnected to, that is part of your life, it really does change everything. It changes everything. And I loved him as much as I could love anybody in a platonic sense. And he was my world in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, he was one of my soulmates. And so it does take a lot. It does take a lot. And so I tried. Penny behind. Yeah, Penny's right over here trying to decide what she wants to do. And so I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm over here rubbing because the dogs are now pressing up against me. And it's really always weird how this happens. But I also have noticed one thing. They time it. Because I started this at 12:30. It is now 3:30. I always stream for 3 hours. So what do you think they're doing right now? They have counted. They have waited the amount of time. Jokes on death, I don't have people I'm close to. You think you don't. Come on, Penny. Come on. Bitch. Come on. Grab it. That's my good girl. I know. You think you don't, Chris, but I promise. I loved to say for the long, long time I didn't have people that I had certain connections with. I always thought I didn't. And then I lost 3 people. Greta, stop. Stop. Hey, stop moving. You got gunkies in your eye. It's not good for you. It's not good for your old ass eyes, so stop it. Hold on. Stop moving. Oh, sorry, Ryan. Sorry. There we go. You don't notice it until you lose them, exactly. Because I will tell you, I did not realize how close I was to these people and how important they were in my life. Just how important they were. Because you know that they're important. You know that you love them. You'll be thinking of somebody, and if you don't realize it until they're gone. There is a phrase that's 100% true. You don't realize what you have until you don't have it anymore. Oh. And I thought I did a really good job of trying to appreciate everything I had until I lost the 2 of them, especially so close together. And I suddenly realized I was not appreciating as much as I could and taking and cherishing them and taking in as much time as I could. I thought I had. I was not. Greta, what is it? Hi, babies. And so I say that to you because days like today, I think many of us do if we look back in our lives. Right. You don't realize it until it's no longer an option. And then by then it's too late. And, you know, I tried my best because, like, I had already lost mom by that point. I was only a couple of months in. Brandon was supposed to move in. To be fair, I love my dad and one brother. My mother, I don't respect or love her. Understood. Like me and a husband don't have one, Rachel. We gotta get you one. And that's the thing. You love your dad and your brother. Once they're gone, you're gonna realize just how much you love them. And the thing is, even if you don't respect or love her, also when looking, woman, I am streaming, ma'am. I'm not gonna read my Instagram DMs while I'm streaming. I already made that mistake once today. Even if you know you have it, it still hurts. Right? It always hurts, and that's why I tell everyone, like, you know, all the stress I went through this year, it was so. Hold on, let me make sure that was my dad's girlfriend. This is a different kind of message. I'm gonna make sure. Let me check. Let me see. I gotta get off in a minute anyway. Okay, so dad's going to the ER. Okay. Oh, God. If it's about sending me some shit, I'm gonna beat you up. Ma'am, it is not that important. No. I will... Stop. No, you cannot buy more things. Do not send me that. Oh, thank God. The problem is, so Rachel's asking me about dog beds. I cannot stress enough that you can't beat me up. I can try. The dog beds have to be a certain kind, and they're pretty expensive. The reason being, yeah, but I weigh more, woman. Orion is so heavy, I have to get the really expensive beds that have structure in them because otherwise it will damage his hips and elbows. So I can't just get those soft little fluffy beds and call it a day. But as for Dad, for those of you just tuning in and I'm getting ready to tune out, Daddy fell at the VA. Silver linings where silver linings are. Daddy fell exactly where he was going to be the most safe and get the most help. And now his primary doctor is sending him to the ER because he has lost more weight. When this whole thing started, my dad weighed like 250. A few weeks ago, my dad weighed 195. He now weighs 177. That is not good. He's dropping in weight more. I have several Amazon wish lists. For the animals, I definitely have them, but I don't have the beds on there. It also hurts when you have parents who are getting closer. Yes. And this is something I am terrified of. Because my mom died earlier. VA is the Veterans Association. It's where soldiers go for medical care. My mom died earlier than both of her parents. My grandmother and grandfather on my mom's side died in their early 70s. So my dad has outlived them. My dad is closing in on the ages. I will say this. Both his mother was almost 90 when she died. And his father, because evil never dies, his sperm donor lived almost to 100. So my dad, going by genetics, should live a while. His sister lived into her 80s, my Aunt Louise. But my Uncle Tiki did not. My Uncle Johnny did it to himself. He passed away. So essentially right now there's only like 3 of them left. 3 died, 3 are still here. But yeah, it was always a terror of mine because my parents had me so late in life. This is one of the reasons why I'm not big on having children late in life. Because my mom and dad had me in their early 30s. Now, one would think that is totally fine. But I, in my late 30s, have a dad nearing 80 and a mom that is already gone. If I had a child now, my child would never know my parents. Ever. They're never going to know my parents. They would know my husband's parents because they're only in their 60s. But they're not going to know mine. Because right now, with the baby, you know, God forbid, what if something does happen to my dad? She's got less than 2 years. She won't remember that. She'll have photos. She'll have videos. But she won't have memories. I was 11 when my grandpa died. I was 12 when my dad's mother died. I do not have strong memories of them. I have some. But I have instances. I have small memories. I didn't know my grandpa. I knew I had a grandpa. I knew some things that he would say, but I didn't know him. I didn't know my grandpa's favorite things. I didn't know what hobbies he liked to do. I never got to have discussions with him. Nothing. And my dad's mom had Alzheimer's my entire existence. I cannot recall one time I was able to conversate with my dad's mother. She was always delirious and had Alzheimer's. There is no core memory of me talking to my grandma Phyllis. So that's why people don't like to hear that they're selfish when they have kids late in life. They don't like to hear that because it puts the responsibility on them. But the problem is, you then have to remember that your child then has to go through life without you. And probably without the rest of the family. Because there is no extended family on my side. My brother's daughter only has her mother's side of the family. There is no one on our side. None. Except for me. I am the only extended family my niece will have. And that's it. That's not a lot. That's nothing. And then on top of that, all the family she does have that's extended is up in the New England. Not New England, sorry, her family's from Jersey. So, these are things that, and the thing is, it doesn't, and I'm going to say this, Rachel, and I say it with love because I've had similar things, but you can never tell if that's really them. Or if that's just you subconsciously reminiscing and hoping they're the right memories. This is the problem. Honey, they're dead. They're all dead. They all died. That's the problem. This is the problem people don't understand. When you have kids later in life, no, my family used to be huge. Huge. Christmas was an all-day affair visiting different houses. But they all died. That's the problem. When everyone dies, it's not an excuse. It's just reality. They all died. You have no family. And it is brutal. You're right, Moon. That is brutal. Because once they're gone, there is no getting it back. There is no creating more. There is no generating more. And that's why I really do push about never having just one kid. At least have two. At least have two. Because then your child has someone. If you're going to have kids late in life, do not just have one. Have a few. That child deserves somebody. HG knows what I'm talking about. Because it's a different level of existential crisis when you realize you are one funeral away from having nobody. And it sucks. It sucks a lot. Bitch, you better be going back into your little cubby. So, like, and this is something where I'm very different from. What the fuck was that, Penny? What's considered too late, then, in my opinion, and again, that's why I don't actively try for a kid, anything past 32. Anything past 32 is too late, in my opinion. I think that is the actual cutoff. Anything past that, you're doing it more for yourself than for building a family. Adopt instead. Adopt an older kid. That's my opinion. It's again, I have a controversial take for everything, but it's never because I am trying to be contrarian. It always stems from look at the logistics of it. See, and my mom had me at 31. And I felt that was too old too. She had my brother at 29 and me at 31. But I know part of that was because Phil did a lot of damage to her. We are lucky that mom had 5 siblings. See, my dad had 5 siblings too. My dad had 5 siblings. And they all had multiple kids. The problem is they had those kids in the 60s and 70s. My mom and the early 60s and 70s. My dad has a nephew that is the same age that my mother was. They were born in the exact year. My mom was born in 54. So you got to realize something. My dad not having my brother and I until the late 80s, the age gap was massive. Massive. By the time my brother and I were born, my grandma was already a great grandma. She was a great, great, great grandma when she died. My dad is delusional to think that he'll make it to 210. Sir, I'm of alternate perspective because I have living extended family, but they all fucked off the face of the planet essentially over dumb drama. Also, you're only 20, emo. I kind of wouldn't want them around anyway. Both my husband and myself were raised by older parents. While all the grandparents are still alive, they're too unhealthy to be involved. Exactly. And on top of that, Bad Banana, even going to them can sometimes be too much for them. And that was the biggest problem that I had. I don't like that. My dad can't really participate in a lot of the things because it's so uncomfortable. Like, my dad can't babysit my niece at all. He is physically unable to. He's not healthy enough. I remember reading Steve Martin had his first kid at 71. I know, exactly. That's so wrong. That is so wrong. Steve Martin might die in the next few years. His kid will never know him. He'll know him by movies. But I've had this controversial take since I was in my early 20s. I have a niece that is 2 years old, 2 years younger than me. Her mom is 20 years older than me. Exactly. These are... I understand that these may sound like harsh ideas, and yes, every child is a blessing. So with us, but with the age gap with our cousins ranging between 5 years to 18-ish, we're in the middle of... I am similar in age to my first cousin's children. And all of them have kids. All of my cousins' children are parents. All of them. And some of them are great-grandparents themselves. So, you know, it's stuff like that. And a lot of my cousins have passed away too. I've had Two of my Aunt Louise's daughters have passed away. Um, I know that two of my Uncle Ticky's, no, one of my Uncle Ticky's kids and two of my Uncle Johnny's kids passed away as well. That's a massive age gap. Yes. Yes. Because my Uncle Bruce is in his he's in his 70s now. Because Mom would have been in her 70s now. So Uncle Bruce is 70 or 71. Okay? And his son and wife, he's got two sons. One of them has a kid who's 19. Okay? And the other is expecting their first baby. He's younger than me, though. So you got to realize something. I have seen this all. I developed these ideas based on the family on both sides that I saw. Me and my brothers were doomed from the start. It doesn't help that I think we were conceived for benefits and that's it. Made us live. Damn, that sucks, Quiet Chris. That actually really sucks. I'm so sorry, honey. It's just, I told you guys I always have a controversial opinion. I always do. But it's never because I just want to be controversial. It's because I think about it in a purely logical sense. And a lot of people don't like that because and maybe that is my tism. I don't know. But for me, I think about it in the terms of, did I enjoy not having grandparents? Did I enjoy not having family get-togethers? Did I enjoy that there were no that at my wedding, which should have been a lot of family, I had very little. And most of the ones that were alive didn't know me enough or care enough to show up. It's things like that where why would I want to do that to my kid? You're very realist in your viewpoint, much needed in these times. Yes. And that's the thing. I am a whimsical, fantastical girl who also squarely clutches reality as tight as possible because I feel like too many people don't want to face reality. And at least none of that I know of anyway. Oh my God. But see, my mom wanted to adopt too. I feel your pain. This is similar to my wedding. There is a lot that I would have loved to be. Maybe it's because my family is introverts, but the thought of a large family was well skewed. The thing is, when you never had it, it's weird. But if you've had it, you miss it. Oh, you miss it. Nothing was better for me than 4th of July's at my Uncle Tommy's house. Nothing was better for me than Christmas at Auntie Netta's. Those were amazing. You piled in. All the adults are in the kitchen. All the adults are sitting there talking. All the dads are sitting there watching stuff. All the kids are outside throwing snowballs during 4th of July. There's like 200 people, and everybody is having fun. It is amazing. The closest I got to it is my husband's family used to host a family reunion every 4th of July. And I loved it because there were so many people and it was so fun. And I've only gotten to go to 2 of them. And they don't do them anymore because Nana passed away. And then another one of my husband's uncles passed away. So they no longer do it. And that's tragic. I'm the same as you. And my great-grandparents were born in the 1860s and 70s. Yeah, my parents' parents were all born in the early 1900s. My grandpa was born in the 20s. My dad's parents were both born in the 1910s. You know, I've got a stepsister that's 9 years older than me, though I didn't have any relationship with her before she moved to Texas, so eh. And it's like, you know, so that's why I say it, because, oh, I dropped a lot of viewers. Well, damn, I guess this is too depressing for a lot of people. But it is what it is. But that is why I talk about this stuff. Because I feel like enough people really don't hear it, and they should. That's just the facts. And the thing is, do you know the person I could talk about this shit the most with? My mother. My mother, for all of her delusional spending and takes, and my mom was very much all about the party and the fun. This was something my mother and I talked about very often. A lot. See, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And I am sorry. I know that I dragged it down a lot, guys, and it's a very somber way to end the, I am very... The thing is, I'm not depressed. I'm sad, but I'm not depressed. But the reason why you can't take it serious is, one, because you're young, and two, because it doesn't affect you the same way. Loved Christmas. We were so big in numbers, we had to split up into groups and eat Christmas dinner. I know. My dad's parents died when I was 6. They were older, but my grandma had several... Oh, gosh. That's so sad. See, again, and that's what plays a part. I stopped taking pregnancy tests and stopped worrying about it for this reason, because I was like, you know what? I don't know why he doesn't want me to have kids, but he doesn't. And that's all there is to it. And I don't even know if he wants me to adopt. Like, I feel like it may be something I intrinsically want super hard. But maybe there's a reason why I've always had nothing but walls. Every time it comes to wanting to do that, have a kid, adopt a kid, whatever. It hits once you... Yes, I will say this to everyone in chat who is below 30. How do I keep throwing this fucking thing? You will feel it once you're older. I hate to be that person that says that, because I always thought I was pretty self-aware. But I got 20 furry kids. But it's not the same. I love my animals, and I would do anything for them. It's not the same. And I can say that. Funny that my grandfather was the youngest of 18. Wow. Damn. Damn. I had a very small season of depression when I finally learned that my stepdad isn't my bio dad and all the shit that implied. But I'm very much over it now. You're going to be about to be 30 soon. And life is, but you and I have already talked about a lot of stuff, Moon, so I have faith for you on it. If I'm still around by then, you probably will be, Chris. I had the same thought. You know, for years, I kept thinking I was going to die at 30. I don't know why. I kept saying my life is going to end at 30. Now, what the irony is then 2 years later, I lost a lot. So I wonder if that was just me realizing that. I'm not sure. Feeling it, and I'm not even 30. Ma has cancer, and we're still waiting for the test to see if she's clear or not. Well, then, everyone lift HG in your prayers. We want that. We want everything to be okay. But it was something I that led into the conversations, and it's something I think about fairly often. Penny's about to run away again. I'm pretty sure. What? You're purring super hard, so I don't know why you're wanting to get up. The great grandma's pullout game was weak. Also, generally, was very accustomed to being mostly on my own. Yes, and I will say this. That's something that I am happy about, that I had a harder time when I was younger, and I don't anymore. Get used to being by yourself. And I mean that in the most positive sense. If you are someone that can't go somewhere by yourself, if you are someone... I feel like I can't escape grieving depression since last October. it takes a while. It takes a while. You have to find your outlet that helps it go away first. I am grateful for my kids. I have 4. See, I wish, Jade, it would have been wonderful, but I'm glad that you have them. Started when I lost my aunt at 5 months pregnant. Yes. And I know I'm running dry on the conversation. I know it's beating a dead horse. I went to the movies by what? By oh yes. Thank you, Star Son and Quiet Chris and everyone. Absolutely. We're praying for you, honey. We're praying. But one thing I will tell you is get used to being by yourself in the house. Get used to people not calling you. Get used to people not responding to you, not checking in on you. Get used to enjoying your own headspace. Without this, without music, without the phone, without entertainment, being able to sit there and stare at the sky and be in your own head and be okay with it. That is something you need to learn to do and be. Point blank. That's actually what I would like to experience. Being alone for a bit. No more liberal politics and stupidity. It's very possible. This should have been rough for our family, honestly. A few deaths. And again, like, you know, I have fought really hard for my dad. Because I'm the same boat, you know. My dad just finally started getting past my mom's death. He met his girlfriend. They have been getting along really well. And then I don't know where this all starts occurring to my dad. So I'm in the same boat. You know, Philip finally had a baby. We have a child in the family. We're wanting to do all these things. And see, introverts are ahead of the game. Right. I've always been an introvert, but I was always very attached to the people that I was attached to. And so, what? I think the dogs need to use the bathroom. What is it, baby? Do you need to go potty? That's a yes. Used to not getting calls, check-ins, elevator girl. I've been there for like, yes, but we're not. Emo. We already established you the independent child, but I know so many people that are not. I know so many people that are not. That it's very hard for them. And I was one of the people that had a hard time. Like, I would check on people, but no one would check on me. I was the one, like, for years, I was the one that would call everybody and I'd reach out. I don't like talking on the phone anymore. I don't. I don't call people. I don't check on people. I might send a message. But as a whole, I just don't have the effort anymore. I've got so much that I need to focus on in my own life. You know? So, it's hard. It gets difficult. And I try not to do that to everybody. But, you know, I don't leave the house much. I don't, for sure. The last time I left the house, a couple of days ago, I think. I think it was just to go to my dad. That was it. To be honest, my hyper independence might supersede your own. Maybe. And I'm thrilled if it does. Emo living up to her name. But it took me a lot to get here. So, I'm proud of it though. But I will say that the dogs, I do not feel like cleaning up shit today. So if they need to go potty, they're being honest. So I like being alone. Being alone can be very comforting. But there's a difference between being alone because you want to be depressed and alone, or being alone because, wow, this is so relieving and peaceful and I can be myself and there's no issues. There is a difference. So anyone out there, make sure you know that. But I am going to say that I'm sorry we ended on a somber note. There is a lot of somber stuff that happened this week, and I've been in a somber state of mind, just remembering the people that I've lost. To be honest, your Discord server is pretty much my only socialization outside of my family. Really? I want to live alone at some point, so I'm incentivized to go out, do so. This cat is either distribution baby or just roaming. Jade may not have been answering Raven, but I agree with Jade. It's probably a bit of both. It's probably a bit of both. Either way, it sounds Gucci. I think independence is absolutely beautiful. I think having your own space, being independent, and being self-sufficient is beautiful. Being alone is the only way I can do my usual weird shit without anyone looking or commenting. Right. Right. Well, here's what I will tell you. I am really touched that you guys feel that way about my Discord. Oh yeah, the Discord. And here's what I will say. I have always felt that I'm the person that collects the people that may not feel comfortable anywhere else, but they feel comfortable with me. Or at least in the space I create. And I'm glad. I can't keep up with the Discord sometimes. I think I was in a troll in a previous life. I don't keep up with the Discord. I log in and see what they're saying, and that's it. I will drop my update and I leave. I can't keep up with it. Still the All Souls tie to the church liturgy, and basically the whole month of November is when you're saying fits perfectly. Yes. Well, because again, this is the month of celebrating all souls, known and unknown, which I didn't realize the ofrenda. I didn't realize that there is a, I'm not a Pokemon. What do you mean, honey? Oh, because I don't mean it like that. What I'm saying is a lot of people end up gravitating towards me because I help them out, or my energy helps them out, and I'm fine with that. Angry Moon, I still love you. I have to re-download Discord. The Google Duo forced me to update, and I had to make room. Wow. I'll pop in voice chats. I just got too much going on, you know. All these animals. I know. I love you too, Moon. But don't listen. I will throw a Pokeball at you next time. Don't make me do it. I will do it just for legit. All right. What? Ari is demanding that I leave. What, mud butt? She has been having doo-doo problems. She has to go to the vet soon. Oh, those big old stretches. What, Aria? Did they send you to tell me to get off the computer? Is that what they did? Yeah? Did they send you? Did they send you, baby? There you go, guys. Ooh. All right. All right, I hear you. Is there no more water? Is that why you're thirsty? Because you never come in and announce yourself like this. You tell me to leave? I'm sorry, guys, but the old woman has been telling me I need to go. If you guys don't realize it, Aria is going to be 14 or 15 years old. Look at this cat. Look at this girl. Is this a 14 or 15-year-old cat to you? Look at this face. Girl, I'm trying to show you off. Stop trying to nuzzle me. Yeah? Yeah? She's not a tux. She's a cow cat. All right, Aria. You gotta go talk to your boss about class. You go. The animals in your house or the animals in chat? Yes. She's old. A lot of my animals are quite old. Your baby. Oh, yeah. I know. You're a good girl. I know. I'm sure you guys can hear her purring. She is a massive purr. I know. You're a good girl. Khaleesi's searching, but she's no old lady. Ever since Nova died, Ari has been very clingy. Exceedingly so. Because Nova was her bonded cat. So, yeah. And she has decided me. But, alrighty, guys. Well, the new video should be coming out probably tomorrow because I'm going to spend tonight. Ma'am. You know, she knows I'm going to put her down. Here. Go on. I'll yell in a minute. I promise. But, alright, guys. I'm going to be old, but I have all my shots. She does too, but she makes a mess. I know. I'm getting... Guys, the new video is coming out soon. Thank you for joining me. We'll be on stream next Tuesday. I love you all. Remember to tell people important to you that you love them to be safe. I love you guys. I will talk to you all soon. Keep an eye out for the video. It's either going to come out tomorrow or Saturday. More than likely tomorrow. I will talk to